Now here's a question. Have you ever wanted to take some incredibly cute anime characters, boil them down into their chibi counterparts, and then throw them up against hard-as-nails roguelike combat, all in an effort to send off some stations into orbit or something like that? No one really knows, because chances are you're never going to make it there, you're going to get wiped out long before. Well, if you stop listening to cute anime characters or a hard-as-nails roguelike, then this is definitely going to be the game for you. Suffice to say, I was drawn in by the artwork, but once playing, I've got to say this game is really a challenge, and I thoroughly enjoyed constantly hammering at it, although the RNG is sort of ridiculous. You're gonna get your ass whooped non-stop, which I thoroughly enjoy. But before we get to the good stuff and start checking out some of those characters and seeing how the combat works, I am gonna bring up the settings, because the chances are when you first load this up, you're gonna have to go into them and change the resolution. Now interestingly, I'm not playing on full screen, though it is completely filling my screen, throwing that one out there. But you're going to want to go in and change the resolution to something decent, because I started off in 720 and it was just this tiny little corner of my screen. But while we're here, there are some things you can play around with. Of course, we have our audio settings over on the left, we have full screen, danger area, and battle full draw. I'd recommend keeping them on because it's a turn-based strategy game. Like, you just... Does anyone ever turn that stuff off? Like, I'm actually asking now, when you play like Fire Emblem or something, do you not look at where the enemy can walk? Because that just sounds insane to me. But the only other thing we can make a quick note of is we only have 2 languages, English and, I think, Chinese. But either way, yes, we've gone in, we've made it full screen, let's go ahead and start a game, because there isn't much else to be done. And I've got to say, it's kind of refreshing going into a game that's oh so streamlined, yet so clearly had thought put into its balance. Like, they've put all the energy into the gameplay, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Not to mention, take a look at this character art. This is beautiful. Not so much the chibi characters, although they are adorable in their own special way, but just how they've designed each of their profile pictures. Top props, and I would love to see more expanded upon this and kind of see the world and how it works, particularly some of those enemies outside of their chibi-ish in-game models. Not to mention, we have a ton of information surrounding each of the factions. We have White Bear Heavy Industry, of course being bears, they are the greatest, I will hear no qualms from you. The Human Revolutionary Federation, an interesting group, I wonder who they're based off. And the Gorilla Reduce Move. Now this is a faction that I'm not a huge fan of. I found their units to play a little strange, as each of these units will play differently, with the one exception of this tanker on the left, the Bald Eagle, the Hystrix, and Ursus, aka Bear. All of those pretty much play the same. You're going to be walking forward and just tanking hits, but the rest of your characters will play differently, and they definitely come into their own as you start to customize them, getting new equipment and leveling them up throughout the game. Now if you want to have a try at this yourself, there is the demo available, so do give it a butch. And as such, we're going to jump straight in with White Bear Heavy Industry, because, I mean, just look at that. That's a mechanized bear. Is there anything cooler? The answer is no, people. It is no. And in confirming our characters, we're taken to the main screen. Now, as this is a demo, originally this was going to be a first time, first look, first try, but it's a roguelike, and it's really difficult. So I was actually able to have a few goes playing as all the different characters, and I would really recommend giving each of them a go, as they play very differently, and doing at least a couple of runs for each, because you could get lucky and have a really nice run, or you could get smashed within the first few days. It's balanced, but not. Well, WB777 says, Commander, please fly Celestial number 1 to West Africa and lead the team to eliminate the aliens. Aliens have appeared over here in Africa. Right, so on our main screen, this is very reminiscent of XCOM 2. We're going to be looking around at all of the Earth, going to different combat zones and encounters with the enemy, but we're also trying to get these stations, these satellites, to send off into space and complete their construction. Of course, the aliens are going to be doing everything they can to stop us. Over here on the right, we have how much money we're earning per day, our current funds, and our characters as they stand. I'm actually just going to hit escape. Something that the game does not tell you about. Tutorialization of this is not the best, and I really wish they'd improve that, because I had no idea how to do this until I was like 3 or 4 runs in. We can see our characters, we have our weaponry, our chipsets, our equipment. Currently nothing special because we've literally just started. But also we have skills, something that's very important, making sure you check this. Well, we have level 1 up, and we've already improved our character with an additional HP. Yes, you will be able to take some of those skills, that experience, throughout the game in multiple runs and keep going and improving things. And I'm hoping eventually we can start restoring the HP of distant characters. Setting up WB002 or the mighty Usagi will be able to be our healer. We have our tank in the form of the mighty bear. And then finally for our attack, we have Catgirl. I don't know, Nikama? Whatever. Either way, we've got our 3 main characters, and you can tell from their skills just how you're supposed to play them, but you are free to kind of play with this a little yourself and, yeah, just have some fun with it. You can also get up data on individual things, chipsets, all of this good stuff, and training. In the training ground, you can fight with training robots to test your chips and matching. Click retreat on the upper right to exit. So we can just keep fighting this thing to see how our equipment stacks up. Let's go ahead and retreat for now and get straight into some combat. Combat in this game is a turn-based strategy, always set on these smaller sets of tiles, with a selection of enemies and occasional bosses thrown in, and lots of terrain to take advantage of, particularly for Lepus. Because we have a catapus. I have no idea what else to call it. I'm gonna be standing there blocked. Like, I seriously don't know. It is the cutest and coolest thing ever because it blocks the enemy while dealing damage. That is ingenious, and that needs to exist in more games. But we can also send our tank straight in and have good old Cataclysm coming up behind us. Right, end turn. Let's leave it there. And let's see if they can break our defense. So this monster, the Flesher, has an attack of 7 with a range of 1, and our defense for Ursus is 7. Meaning they're not actually gonna be able to hit our health. Your shielding, your defense, is returned at the start of every single turn. Meaning you can stand there quite happily and take a ton of damage so long as you have the defense for it and you're never gonna get hurt. Whereas your health, that is a lot harder to get back. And it's actually gonna take a fair amount of time when you're in the world map in order to regain it. Something that also unfortunately applies to the enemy. That 6 armor is pretty hard to get through, but we're gradually chipping away the health. I have faith. The mighty Ursus. So other things to note are the controls for this game are a little bit funky still. You can't just click and automatically attack, it will just switch to the enemy. So you do need to use, in this case, W, switch over to our weapon, and wipe them out. As I said, this game's a demo, and it definitely feels like they still have quite a bit to do to really just sort this out and get it up to par. But I am looking forward to it. Damn good game. Let's wipe all these out and get our way to get some upgrades. Huzzah. Excellent. So at the end of every mission, you'll be given 3. I have not seen one of these yet. Field for all allies in range, plus 10 defense this turn. Ooh. Consumable. Interesting. Right, but we also have some upgrades we can use here. We can increase our attack, plus 3, not bad, or increase the strength of a party member. That's actually tricky. Go on, let's get shock. Let's get some additional damage in. Right, switch over. Who can we give this to? Like, kind of. Yes. I want to give this to them and just do loads of damage with the catapus. Because, what is this thing called? RX02. That's a terrible name for a catapus. That's not even a real word, but I'm counting it, damn it. Right, let's fast it forward, earn a ton of cash. We want to go to the shop and get some good stuff. Aliens appear in the wild. Good. Do not take our bases. So early on, this game really isn't too challenging, but it does ramp up rather quickly, particularly when the enemy starts going after our satellites. Oh, hello. Go on, let's block them. Oh my days! Catapus wipes out in a single hit! This is amazing! Right, you chill there. Stand by. Excellent. Now, unfortunately, we've taken a little bit of chip damage there. That should recover fairly quickly, though, and we can wipe this guy out. Go on. Yeah, only 1 damage I can deal with. But the rest of it, that's going to get dangerous. Temporarily increase movement, distance, attack. Huh? Interesting. Go on, I want to grab this though. I want the additional defense. I'm going to chuck that onto the glorious Ursus. Yes. 10 defense. We're going to smash this. This is the round. This is the round. I've played quite a few of them, and I kept getting my ass whooped. There is one boss. Hopefully we don't actually come across it, but it summons in minions, and they just destroy you because they don't stop. There's no maximum. They just keep going till they run out of space. It's quite cool to see, actually. Ooh, we have a box complex. Right, let's see if we can't grab that, because that'll give us some extra equipment. Chase them down. You stand by, and waiting there. Go on, you come over here. You'll have to take a hit. Don't want to give them double hit against us. That's it, Stealer. Excellent. Didn't even need the upgrade, but still, glad we had it. Right, take that. Meteor. Attacks all enemies in range. 2 range with 9 attack. That's not bad. Right. Catapus. There we go. Wipe 1 and hit the Thresher. Stealer, even. Let's just hope she can take the damage. Yeah, I get that they gave you... I get that they give you like a tank. And that's awesome, but... these two are so weak. Like, they really do take the damage. Excellent. Yep. Oh, it's gonna take a long time to heal up. Right, let's get a bit of damage in there. You come on up. Boom. And that is why you improve a Catapus. Right, what's this? Gives +4 damage to unshielded enemy, slightly increases attack. That's not bad. Go on, I'll grab that. So, I've done it before, trying to get... no, we'll do it for them. Trying to get as many, like, upgrades on the stats, but it does seem like equipment is kind of a better way to go. Right. We steal this. What does this do? This gives us attack 9, range 1, in a circular sector. I think this is the better one, and we'll chuck on a reinforce just to get our armor back up. Right. All looking good. Let's heal. Darn it. Too soon. About half health. Wait, how did they land exactly where we are? What the hell, game? Oh, at least we've got some examples of new enemies now. Bladers come in, Hydralis. These are ranged enemies, and we have a variant. So you'll hit variants every now and then. They are just improved versions of those monsters. I feel like I should say kaiju or something. It kind of feels like that kind of game. That's okay. Let's start off with a Catapus. That was a terrible idea. Now we can't hit with them. Okay. Let's move you over here. Just trying to build up our team for a bit of defense. Need the Catapus alive. I don't think we'll be able to wipe them in a single line, will we? Cool. Let's wipe them out, and then we can hold back. Yeah. Slightly worried, so I'm going to keep them relatively close. We may have one hit from the Stealer. Excellent. Not excellent. Down to 4. Glorious Bear, take the damage. I'm gonna block this guy out. There we go. Oh, we can't escape that, can we? Go on, worth it getting damage on this guy. Ooh, knocked down, damn it, I did not see that. Go on, so they'll come back. We don't have to worry too much, but they're gonna be on 0 health. It's gonna take quite a while to replenish them. That's unfortunate. Revenge of the bear. Excellent. Right, after that upset, we can increase our range, get an extra attack when attacking, but we lose 2 movement, or we can increase the money per day. Ooh. Go on, let's go money per day, because then when the shop comes, at least we'll get some good stuff. 2 skill points. Glorious. Yes. Right, so we finally unlocked increases the health, restores 4 HP within 1 distance when round ends. So each time we should get a little bit of a heal as long as we keep us nice and close. Which we're going to need to do to save our characters. Oh, nice, shops in. That takes 600 odd, it's not bad, it's not bad. Right, what can we get? We can improve the defense of our characters, the health of our characters, or get in... Damn it, that's a tiny bit too much. I'm intrigued by counter injury. But I also like this idea of doing extra damage to shielded enemies and just kind of doubling it up with like our natural boost. Well, let's grab that. I'll sell that. That frees us up a little bit of cash. Let's get upgrade to our defense. Alright, so this is basically the game. Just running around, trying to get people as strong as possible. Upgrading your equipment, upgrading your chipsets, hopefully get some brand new inventory items in. Saving up cash and getting good gear. Just wiped us out in like a single turn. Oh my days. Gonna be 1 hit and they're gone. Yep. You lose. Right. So the aim of the game is to get those starships launched. We managed to win 8 levels for a total time of 138 days. Yeah, definitely a game we have to spend a lot of time leveling up characters, getting better equipment. Because if we go ahead, start a new game with the glorious white bears. Take a look at our equipment. You can see our items are gone, our chips are gone. However, our skills still remain. So definitely getting as many of these as possible and really just embracing all of the runs. This is certainly a game I thoroughly enjoyed, and I do look forward to the final release. I want to see what happens when those starships set off, and I want to see how good the characters can get when we finally max them out. But for now, 1 to keep an eye on, 1 to check out, and if you're interested, don't forget to check out the demo, and of course, if you like it, hit that wishlist button. It really does help developers out over on the Steam platform. With all that said, until next time, as always, peace out. Hello once more everyone as we return to the many games downloaded during the Steam Next Festival, and as you can guess, my voice is completely going.